All right. Good morning, guys. Good morning, everyone. Let me just move this here. Good morning, guys. Happy Friday, everyone. Welcome back, guys. Gold getting a little bit of a buy here pre-London. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. Happy Friday, everyone. Hope everyone's had a good week in the market so far. Let's have a look. Make sure you guys can see me, hear me. Audio and video good. Awesome. Thank you, Bruno. Welcome back, everyone. If any of you guys are new here, welcome. My name is Aaron, also known as Aaron Trades. I've been trading for the past 8 years and mainly focused on gold futures here in the European session. So good to be back on with you guys. We'll look at all markets this morning. Gold ended up having a nice retracement higher here. Look at this. Nice pullback on gold yesterday, which is, you guys in Discord, is what I was talking about yesterday, saying how I didn't want to sell this gold, sell gold this low because there was the opportunity for price to pull back, and we've actually had a pretty decent pullback here on gold. So we'll break it down, guys. We'll look at gold, we'll look at NQ, we'll look at ES, we'll look at silver. See what we get for the day. Let's have a look here, guys. Let's have a look. First time catching your show. Well, appreciate you tuning in, man. Good to have you here. What have we got today in terms of news? We have nothing really on the news today. You got some Canadian dollar news, retail sales, but nothing for the US dollar. So nothing too crazy on the cards. It was a yen bank holiday. What do we have next week? Nothing Monday. PMI Tuesday next week. Unemployment claims Thursday. Nothing too much next week either. So we should have a pretty good, clean day in the markets. So let's have a look at, guys. Let me get you guys on Zoom over here as well. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. It looks like we're getting a bit of a fake out here on gold. I was watching this pre-London for some potential sells. You broke VWAP, but now you're breaking straight back above here on gold. So trying to see if London's actually potentially going to get a bit of a bounce higher up into some Asia highs up here. Now, the thing with buying gold is, you know, we have had a huge sell-off. You guys who were here yesterday, remember we spoke about gold coming down to grab these lows, and we had this key level here, 4,700, and we're looking for potential support to be formed on gold to buy some longs. And we did actually buy some longs in Discord into New York session. I took buys on gold, which we called in Discord. You guys who were there saw it like this. Took some nice buys like this. I was actually trying to play this up into these highs here. However, once you hit the first liquidity level, I put my stops to break even. Price came down, just hit me out, and then came up and ran for the highs. So yeah, there was a very nice bounce yesterday in New York session. It took pretty late into the day. I took that trade at what, 5, almost 6 o'clock London time, which is pretty late. But you then did end up having a great retracement. You guys trading Asia, did you take any Asia trades today? Was there much in Asia? Let's have a look. What did you do in Asia? Tagged highs, bearish, just continued pushing higher. Nothing really. Maybe you take a loss trying to go short. Nothing too crazy in Asia today. Here tagged lows, closed bullish, continued pushing higher. Yeah, maybe you took a loss trying to short in Asia, maybe. I could see a valid short there. And you guys take the longs in Asia? I wouldn't have imagined so. We stayed out of the shorts. Nice. Yeah, stayed out of the shorts. That's good. That's good, man. That's good. That's good. That's good. Yeah, 1 hour breakout. Let's see. 1 hour breakout. Yeah, here, tag lows closed very bullish. So cool. You walk away. You're not shorting here. You're not shorting here. You're not shorting here. You're not shorting here. Maybe you short here. So 6 a.m. maybe there was a short. But nothing doesn't look like too much happened in Asia. For you guys who were here yesterday, I did make a video out of the short that we took together yesterday. We took a nice 174-ish tick short yesterday. If you guys haven't already, be sure to go check it out. Hashtag London Open at the Aaron Trades. You guys can go check it out there as well. Let's have a look here. Took a loss on the short. Yep, the short maybe this hourly candle once it tagged the highs and held resistance. I can see that. Maybe you got short like this in Asia, something like that. I think it maybe bounced off. Yeah, wait and see, man. Don't know. Wait and see. Don't really worry about what might happen. Just kind of see how we get there, man. Maybe. I mean, it is a nice area. Only thing with buying this current 30-minute fake out is you are trading against 2 hours of just consistent selling off here on gold. You sold off for 2 consistent hours, so to drop down to 30 minutes like a fake out is it's pretty risky. Passed my second account in a row, nice. But the first, I was 2 days from a payout, and during Friday 2 weeks ago, I blew it, and I was on a 2K balance. Don't know if I'm able to not do it again. Well, don't leave that up to fate. Just don't leave that up to a lack of self-control. Have self-control. If you don't have self-control, then at what point are we just gambling as opposed to trading? And if you don't have self-control, well, put your personal day loss limits. There's everything here built in to stop that from happening. Look at this. You can literally put in personal day loss limits. So it's not a question of I don't know if I'm able to do it again. It was, are you trading a consistently profitable plan or not? If you're trading a consistently profitable plan, then there's no question. If you're taking good trades, you're following your plan that you know works, you shouldn't even question yourself. You have to have the confidence in your plan and the ability to not make them mistakes. If you've made it once, that's fine. You know, we all make mistakes in trading. But we have to kind of learn from their mistakes. Don't say, I don't know if I'm able to not do it again. Say to yourself, no, this is the mistake I made last time. This is the mistake I will not make again. Not, I don't know if I can not make again. It's like, no, I will not make this again. Because if you say to yourself, I don't know if I'm going to be able to not make this again, you're almost already justifying it. You're almost convincing yourself that it's okay when it's absolutely not. You say to yourself, no, I will absolutely not make this mistake again. Took shorts of 530, played the range down on the 15. TP hit. Nice. Yeah, there was a nice short here. Once you had that hourly break back below. Like this. Like that little scalp down there. That was nice. Let me see, Tom. Oh, yeah. What's this short? Nice. Yeah, same. That's what I was just looking at. Yeah, I like that. I like that. A lot of us took the 1 hour sells at 6 a.m. Yeah, that was a great short. You broke bearish, daily bearish buys. You broke back below 4,700, even just for a retest into VIAP. 100 to 300 ticks. Yeah, that was a very nice short. Following the hourly time frame. Yeah, all good, Philip. All good, man. See you next time. Morning star forming. I think it's more of a fake out for me, to be honest. I don't really see a morning star here. What I'm kind of trying to see here on gold, we got London Open in 17 minutes. If we break back above 4,700, then there's potential fake out buys. But this right here is a big make or break level right now for gold. Yeah, let's have a look at silver. What was this yesterday? This was. Oh, look at that. NQ came up, tagged the trend line, sold off into the lows. So gold, what we're trying to understand here is look at this daily time. This is why I wouldn't really want to be buying. You guys who are buying right now, it's very risky. Look at the daily time frame. You're buying at resistance. Look at this. This is a huge daily level. So the past 2 days on gold have closed very bearish. You did get this nice wick rejection yesterday, but to be honest, I'm looking for that wick to get filled here on gold. I think we're going to fill that wick and come down and retest the lows on the 2nd of February. Maybe not today, but overall, that's what I'm liking the look of. Past 2 hours have been selling off here on gold. Well, past 3 hours we've sold off. How much are we down? 640 ticks. Never re-grabbed the lows, breaking back higher. So depending on how this hourly candle closes, maybe we do something like this before then selling off. Potentially. But again, if I'm going to buy gold, well, I want to see this hourly close back above, because the previous hourly is broken back below 4,700, retested it and squeezed lower. So if you buy gold, you're buying against what the charts are actually doing. You're trading what you think, not what's right in front of you. So let's see if we got. Let's have a look at silver here. See what silver's up to. So nice, again, nice support there on silver, rejecting 70, rejecting 65. Silver has been such a nicer move down this week. Look at this, tagged the highs, closed bearish, continued selling off. Like that was a beautiful, just consecutive, just 2 days of just nice selling off there on silver. However, you know, this is a very, look, it's almost a 12%, 11.1% rejection on the daily time frame there on silver. Like that's pretty big support. That's pretty big support. 4 hour time frame here on silver. You broke above, you're pulling back. Silver looks like it potentially could get a bit of a pullback. Did silver grab the lows in the currency chart? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Did silver grab the lows? No. Came very, very close, but no, it didn't quite get to the lows. Hasn't quite grabbed the lows yet. It did get pretty close. Again, it's kind of looking like you want to get a bit of a fake out here on silver to potentially come up and retest this resistance and retest 75. Now, the only thing with silver is you're buying right into resistance, whereas I think gold, you're kind of breaking above the resistance and the range might be a little bit nicer, whereas silver is still at the resistance. So what do we have here on silver? We're bouncing off the support. We had the resistance right here. Yeah, exactly, Sean, exactly. There's some opportunities here for London, definitely. Either way, this is going to be a pretty nice fake out here. Pretty nice fake out coming here on gold and coming in on silver. I do think gold is looking nicer. Purely because gold's going to break back above the resistance. This is already a really nice push here. Look at this. Pre-London, what we got, gold back up. Almost 300 ticks. 300 ticks. But no, yeah, silver didn't quite grab the lows. Let's have a look. And yeah, we'll look at NQ as well, guys. We'll look at NQ. I'm not going to buy gold until we get this London Open, because you want to see that hourly reclose back above, because at any minute, this hourly could just wick back down. Might not, but it easily could. So let's see. Like, this is a pretty strong pushback higher. So let's see. Let's see. Let's have a look at NQ. You guys trade NQ yesterday. How do we close on the daily time frame? Well, bit of a morning star play shaping up here on the daily on for you guys who trade NQ. Let's get rid of these levels. Look at that. We came down like we said yesterday. What do we talk about, you guys who trade NQ? We spoke about price to come down and retest that weekly open. You came down, hit the weekly open, and ended up finding nice support. So I would be looking for this daily here on NQ to actually see if there's potential longs. I mean, it's kind of already shaping up here. You have a bit of a double top sitting above here, right around that 24,750 level. So I would be looking for NQ. So again, similar fake out as gold. Fake out is when you break bearish and then tag lows and close straight back bullish. That's your fake out confirmation. It's something that gold loves to do time and time again. It can give you absolutely great trades. There was a fake out for a short yesterday. You see here, you break above the resistance, you break straight back below. There's your fake out confirmation. There's your short. It's kind of like what we're doing here. If you break bearish, if you break back bullish, that could be a fake out for long. Same as NQ here. You close bearish, you tag lows, close straight back bullish. That could be a fake out buy. Could be a fake out buy. So fake out's when you close bearish and then close straight back above. This, on ideally the hourly time frame. So you may get some buys on NQ up into this 24,750. Like I say, I don't trade NQ, but we spoke about price to come down to that weekly open yesterday, and you got there pretty perfectly. Bounced and then came all the way right back down. That was a nice short. What time was that? Pre-New York. Look at New York yesterday on NQ. That is crazy. Look at that price action in New York for NQ yesterday. Look at this. That is insane. And then finally took all until like what, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock to actually break out. That's crazy. Crazy. BTC having a push. Let's have a look. What's Bitcoin? I haven't looked at Bitcoin in a couple of days. What's Bitcoin been up to? pretty choppy, kind of bouncing between 75 and 70. I do think we see Bitcoin come back down to 60. In terms of I don't never really day traded Bitcoin, but yeah, this is have a nice, just again, tag lows, close bullish. Similar, same as gold. Gold, tag lows, closing bullish. NQ, tag lows and closing bullish. Yeah, I guess if you have a little bit of a breakout here on Bitcoin, there could be some London longs if you do trade it, absolutely. Good morning, Aaron. Good morning, man. Any tips on hesitation? I see my A+ setups, but I'm good at talking myself out of it. Missing good trades way too often. So I'm actually under trading instead of over trading. I mean, you have to figure out why you're hesitating. If you see your A+ setup, if I see my A+ setup, there's no thought process. Why? Because I've proven to myself over a long enough time that it works out. So I just take it, no thought process. I also don't care about the dollar amount. So there's a few reasons as to why you may be hesitating. It's hard to say for everyone. But in many of cases, it's, you know, you're getting too attached to the monetary value. Whereas or you haven't proven your plan to yourself. But if you know it's an A+ setup, why would you not take it? It could be because you're scared to lose, or you're at a certain stage of a combine, or you're almost working towards a payout. Like there's many different reasons, but you have to just execute from a perspective of just not really caring about the dollar amount. You got to remember, trading is a game of probability. You're never going to have a 100% win rate, so don't care about, you know, being scared to lose or wanting to win all the time. It's a game of winning and losing. But if it's your A+ setup that you've proven to yourself actually works, yeah, you have to just take it. Execution is the absolute key. Nice, Tom. Nice. Yep, absolutely, Tom. Good work, man. Enjoy the weekend. See you next week, man. Do you see Dakota's gold long yesterday? I didn't. Gold long yesterday. Was it in fast markets or fast markets or New York? Sorry, fast markets or New York. Fast markets or slow markets? That's what I'm trying to say. Maybe it was in fast markets. I did try and take a buy on gold as well. We got London coming up in about 10 minutes here, guys. Looking like gold's going to get a bit of a fake out. Potential fake out buys here on Goldie. Again, I'm trading the combine today, guys. I'm not a huge fan of where gold is right now, so I am sticking to the combine today. Might trade my XFA maybe once price develops a little bit more, but in terms of opportunities for the next hour, to me, it's no A+ setups. Therefore, I'll just trade a combine. Did he ever? Was it on slow markets? Maybe on the Topstep stream. Yeah, it's looking like we're gonna get these fake out. But how big is this range here on gold? It's not gonna be a, you know, yesterday we took like 174 ticks in like less than 5 minutes. It's not gonna be like that today, guys. It's much slower market here. But that doesn't mean we can't trade. Yep. Yeah, same, Sean. Yeah, I wanted to take that 30-minute morning star yesterday as well. I saw this. I was very close to taking it. I did take it on my personal. But I was very close to taking this on my fund accounts here on Topstep. But then I looked at the stop and I was like, 750 tick stop on a 30-minute candle is huge. Even a closure back below this support, you know, my risk was going to be like, you know, 300 to 400 ticks, which is just huge. So I was like, no, I'm gonna sit that one out. I can take it on my personal because I can afford a more drawdown, but on my fund accounts, I was like, no, I'm not taking that trade. It ended up being very nice. What did it give? It gave like 500 ticks. Still, risk to reward, it just wasn't really worth it, especially with how bearish gold had been. See, I saw that one yesterday too. I really wanted to take it, but I was like, them stops are just insane. What takes priority in terms of analysis? As I get using fake out buys, but there's also trend line that breaks towards downwards. Which trend line, man? Which trend line? If you have a chart, man, send it over. Which trend line do you have? A trend line coming downwards, like one like this? Or you mean like a trend line coming up, maybe? Yeah, is that the trend line? I mean, which trend line do you have, man? But if you mean like you know, if you take fake out buys, but do you take fake out buys if you have a trend line that could break to the downside? Well, it's about trading what you see. If you have reasons for gold to come back down here, let's say, you know, you're looking for gold to come back down into support, that's fine. But I mean, it's about trading what we see. If the hourly closes bullish, we're here to trade the next hour. Just follow that and don't worry about what might happen down here. We have to trade what's right in front of us. So regardless of, you know, if I think gold can come all the way back down here, my Siri started talking to me. Regardless if I think gold can come all the way back down here, if we close bullish in this current hour, well, for me to trade the next hour, I'm following that. I'm not trading against that. So you just follow the markets and not really worrying too much about what might happen. Yeah, so that's a nice trend line, AJ. Definitely a nice trend line, man. I can see that too. I like that trend line. But if this hourly closes bullish, you know, I'll worry about that trend line later on, because we could easily do something like this before then, maybe manipulating lower. And the reason I think we could do this first is all based off how this candle is going to close. So this hourly candle closure is going to tell me how to trade the 8 a.m. candle. And if it closes very bullish, then I want to be buying 8 a.m., not selling. Let's say if 8 a.m. maybe sells off, cool. Then I'll go, fine, fantastic. Now we're selling off back below. Now I'll short down into the trend line. So it's about, you know, not really thinking too much and trading what the markets are showing you. There's a triple witching day today. Is it? Let me see. Is that today? Is that today? Yeah, then that is a day to be cautious. Where are we? 3rd Friday of March. Yes, you're right, man. Yes, it is. Good spot. Yes, it is. Gold still squeezing long higher here, guys. Look at this. Gold's on a non-stop run here. 4 hour looking nice for longs. Yep, I agree, man. Previous 4 hours bullish, 4 hour bottom wick. Yeah, I need this candle to close and give me a bit of a pullback. I'm not going to chase it this high, because if I try and chase gold here, well, the next hour is unlikely going to open and just rip anyway. The next hour is going to open, it's going to pull back, and then it's going to give me a better entry with a better risk reward. So I'm not going to chase it here. I'm just going to let this hourly close in 3 minutes. How about longs on NQ? Yeah, longs on NQ are looking good. I don't trade NQ, but if you do trade NQ, as long as you hold above this nice intraday support, this is a very nice fake out opportunity. I would be looking for NQ to come up and manipulate higher. So if you trade NQ, yeah, NQ longs are looking really nice. NQ longs are looking very, very nice. I would be looking for NQ to come up and test around, like, where are we? 24,700-ish to potentially back up into that 24,750. You have a nice morning star shaping up on the daily time frame, which has given this nice intraday sort of left shoulder. There's your head, and there's your right shoulder. That nice inverse head and shoulders to look to squeeze higher. But the NQ longs, yeah, mainly based off that daily time frame. Looking for price to come up and liquidate previous daily highs. So yeah, NQ long is looking very nice. Look at this Goldie, guys. Goldie just ripping here. No real breakout just yet. 2 minutes. 2 minutes, we're going to get this hourly candle closure. This is going to be a big fake out here on gold. So a quick little pullback, and there's potential for longs. You had this nice sell-off here. Straight back higher. Look at that. Huge recovery there. After selling off, what's this? 600 plus ticks to now being right back up. Yeah, for me, Sean, it is. Yeah, 30-minute fake out is, given how bearish gold has been, I wouldn't be buying 739. Not with the hourly closing bearish. To me, I'd be looking at this to potentially even, like, this hourly could have sold off way more, which would actually be a much more logical thing to look for than buys. If you see an hourly closing bearish below 4,700, bearish below VWAP, dropping down to the lower time frame on 7 a.m. and looking for longs is very, very, very aggressive. So no, personally, I wouldn't take that. If anything, I would drop it down to low time frame, looking to short this current candle. I wouldn't be buying this current candle, no. Yeah, exactly, John. Yeah, that's the thing. You know, you see this pushing up, like, oh damn, I should have bought it, but it's like, in reality, this is a tilt trigger. If you thought like that with all of these trades, you know, the amount of times that you'll just kick yourself because you're always trying to predict. Like, if we actually hide this off for a second, and if we look at this, what is more likely to think here? Is it more likely to think we're going to do this? Or is it more likely to think you're probably going to get a top wick, and then I would say we're probably going to come lower? That's the more logical thing to think about. So if this happened and you tried to buy gold after gold sold off for 1, 2, 3 hours, yeah, you're trying to predict too much. You're doing what works once, not what works over a long period of time. So for me personally, if I see an hourly, you know, the past 3 hours selling off 600 ticks, and I drop down to low time frame and look for longs, yeah, I'm trying to fight the markets. But this is nice now. Now we've got that closure back above. Now let's see if we can get these longs here on gold. That's the markets confirming the breakout, confirming the fake out. Now let's see if we can get long here on Goldie. A little bit of a pullback into 4,700. I'll see if we can buy this here. Let's see if we can buy this. Yep, had shorts planned. Yeah, Anshuk, good man. That's the right outlook to have, and that's what will pay you more times than getting lucky catching this move up, man. So good job. Hey guys, anyone know the formula for dollar risk and contracts on MGC? Yes, good question, man. So if we measure this move up here on gold with the measuring tool here on the left, we measure this from the lows to the highs, and you look at this, this is 468 ticks. At 1 micro, that's $468. 1 mini, 4,680. So that's gold is super easy to measure. You know, if we wanted to, let's say if we want to buy gold right now, and we want to put our stop loss somewhere around here, well, we can measure this and we can go, that's about 132 ticks. 1 micro, $130. 2 micros, 264. So these ranges are pretty big here on gold, but that's the easiest way to measure gold. You measure these moves down. There's your ticks, there's your points. But if you look at the ticks, it's easy to relate to the dollar amount. Yeah, I bought Nasdaq from today's low. Do you think I should keep it as a swing trade targeting last week's high? Let's have a look. I'm on NQ. So you bought Nasdaq from today's low. Keep it as a swing. Yeah, it depends. I mean, what was your game plan going into the buy? Do I think you should buy up into last week's high? I mean, look at the price action here. Is Nasdaq pushing higher or lower? I mean, to me, you're closing bearish below some big levels. Would I target last week's high? Again, I can't really, you know, I don't really want to say what you should or shouldn't do, but personally, would I buy Nasdaq here into last week's high? No, I wouldn't. Look at all these wick rejections. There's a huge 1, 2, 3, 4 wick rejections confirming massive resistance. So no, personally, again, like I said, I don't want to say what to do, but for me personally, no, I wouldn't. Me personally, and not say you can't, but personally, I wouldn't. Look at this. Look at this closure just the other day. You tagged highs and you engulfed all the way back below. So if anything, you know, and again, this is the more important thing to understand, and this is what I kind of always say to you guys. You know, if we look at this here on Nasdaq, are we trending or are we ranging? Is this market trending or ranging? To me, this market's massively ranging. So we can trade these ranges, but with trading these ranges, does it make any sense for us to try and predict a swing move? Not at all. Play the range. Just play the range. Don't think about what might happen. Think about what's right in front of us. What's right in front of us is Nasdaq has been in an aggressive range like this. You can kind of call it from, here's probably the most recent highs, support. So this is probably the range that you'd be really looking at. So would I try and predict a swing move when we're in a range? No. Personally, I wouldn't. That's just me though. That's just me. Let's see here. Is gold gonna, I want to see gold give a bit of a pullback, guys, because if I buy this high, you know, my stop's gonna have to be pretty big. It's gonna have to be like somewhere back down below here. So I want to see gold have a bit of a pullback into 4,700 before we buy here. Would you look for longs? Why would you look for longs on gold if the previous hourly liquidated previous hourly highs? Is it because it closed above resistance? Why would you look for longs on gold if the previous hour liquidated previous hourly highs? I wouldn't buy gold if it I'm not 100% too sure what you mean, sorry. I wouldn't buy gold if it's liquidated previous hourly highs. A liquidation of previous hourly highs sounds like a liquidity grab to go lower. The reason I'm talking about longs right here is because this is more of a fake out play. And this is what you see happen a lot on gold. I think he misunderstands it closed above. Oh yeah, maybe because it closed above the previous highs, which to me this candle here, this isn't a liquidity. This isn't liquidating previous hourly highs. This is actually breaking above previous hourly highs. So this is that nice fake out play where you see gold close bearish and then go straight back bullish. You see these happen a lot on gold. You get great fake out buy opportunities. So whenever I see something like this, let's get these drawings out here again. This is a pattern that you'll see happen on gold time and time again. It gives great setups where it traps people on the wrong side. You get this nice breakout like this, and everyone goes, okay, cool, fantastic. It's time to go short. And then what you can see a lot on gold is the next candle comes down, tags the lows, and breaks straight back above. And whenever I see something like this, that's a pretty good draw. And that's my nice fake out buy where I'm anticipating the next hour is going to then keep pushing up. And that's that fake out buy. People try and, short that breakout, which is the logical thing to look at, risk off the high. But as soon as you get straight back above the support, I'm anticipating the next hour is going to continue pushing up. And you'll see this happen a lot on gold. A lot. Gold loves that manipulation of trapping people out on the wrong side. You see this a lot, actually. You see this a lot more so with a 30-minute fake out and an hourly morning star. This is when you'll see the fake outs happen a lot. So 30-minute fake out with an hourly morning star. So if you have a look at this, it's kind of removed. So see how it's kind of not the cleanest, but see how you broke bearish and then you broke straight back bullish. That's that nice hourly morning star. And you see this happen a lot. See here on gold. See here, you tag highs, you close bearish, and you close back bullish. That 30-minute fake out, that's that nice hourly morning star. Hourly morning star. You see these happen a lot. It happens a lot on gold, but mainly on the 30-minute. So no, this is more of a fake out play than an actual liquidation of previous highs. Yeah, last hour is a fake out. Yep, definitely. Last hour is absolutely a fake out. That's the reason I'm looking for longs on gold up into these Asia highs. Last hour was a fake out right there. Here you close bearish, you close straight back above. So this is the fake out buy where I want to be buying this 8 AM candle. This is why I want to be buying gold. You kind of see, again, this one wasn't the cleanest day, but look here, how you tagged highs and closed bearish, and then this hour closed straight back bullish. Yeah, it's all good, Corey, all good, man, all good. Yeah, this is absolutely a fake out buy, man. Yep. I'm looking to buy this current hour on gold, but I just want to do it from a good level. I don't want to buy gold up here, because if I take this current hourly fake out right now, there's no real risk to reward here. So I want to see this hourly just come down for a bit of a bottom wick, and then I can get a nicer entry. But yeah, this right here is a nice hourly fake out. But yeah, my favorite fake out trade is probably 30-minute fake out with a very nice morning star play. Where can we see one in here? You see them happen all the time. Again here, so if you look at this, see how this 30-minute, look at this. See how this 30-minute closed bearish. And we've taken these on stream together as well. See how this 30-minute closed bearish. Now the reason you wouldn't sell this current 30 is because it's potential hourly morning star playing up, shaping up. Oh, it's more of an hourly fake out. Sorry, it's more of an hourly fake out. So hourly close bearish, hourly close straight back above. Maybe it was this one. Let me see. Yeah, here. See how this 30-minute close bearish, and then this 30-minute tag lows straight back bullish. That's your nice 30-minute fake out, hourly morning star. Give me 2 seconds here, guys. 2 seconds. So yeah, that's where you wanna look for them plays. And so again, it's sometimes my absolute favorite play on gold. Same as kind of right now, you know, there's potential hourly pullback, 30-minute morning star maybe. How would you recognize the pullback to enter? Like, where would you make the long position? Just any sort of support or any like liquidity grab. You know, any morning star play. You know, the reason it's hard to buy gold, look at this, you just had this just straight consistent run up, which you don't see on gold very often. So the way I'll continue buying gold is the same way that we shorted gold yesterday. Exactly the same way that we shorted yesterday. Where was our shorts yesterday? Where did we get short? Where's our London shorts? Here, you know, you pull back, you tag highs, you hold resistance, you sell off. So exactly the same thing to the opposite side. Where is it? Oh, this is confusing. Let me put it back for a second. It's exactly the same thing. Same as how would I buy this on gold? Same as the way I was looking at it yesterday. You pull back, you tag some lows, and then you get long. So all I want to see here on gold is just a bit of a pullback to buy. Let market show me support, you know, morning star, maybe a bit of a fake out, and then I'll buy. But this continuing to push up here in gold, I will not FOMO with this, guys. Because at any point you can pull back. Like, look at this, just, which is you don't see very often here on gold. Sell off, straight back higher. So if it keeps pushing up, that's fine. I simply won't chase it. Does the small top wick on the 1 hour have an impact on the next bar? On the hour, you mean like this one to the highs? Not really for me. No, it doesn't really matter too much. It's not really something I look at. You can see there this hour didn't have much of a top wick. It still ended up continuing to push up. But you can always, you know, remember, you can always just go back and have a look. Here maybe it did. It's not really something I look at personally, man. No, not really. You know, whether it's a huge wick or it's a little wick, this is still a very nice breakout. Very nice breakout. So in hindsight, you could buy this on gold, but remember, the reason I'm not buying this right now is just because the risk rewards are very, very, very poor. Very, very poor. Compared to yesterday's short, was way nicer. Only for micro, yeah, nice, man. Nice. Good execution. Good execution. Look at that. You broke bearish, broke right back above you up. Broke higher, broke higher. I don't know. Maybe if you see a man, it's not. I don't think there's a trend line. Maybe if you see it, cool. That's good, man. That's good. It's not really what I think to myself. If you see a trend line coming down, fantastic. I think it's more so I'm just kind of looking at the resistance, to be honest. I wouldn't overthink it. It's nice. Hourly break back above. You got some nice highs up here that didn't get grabbed before the sell-off, which will very likely come target. Let's have a look. Goldie just creeping higher. NQ also trying to get back above. Silver, let's have a look. Yeah, I like that, Sean. I like that, man. Nice trade. Nice trade. Hi, Aaron. Previous day was bearish. That's true. That's true. That's true. I'm not sure what the question is there, man. Previous day was bearish. Yeah, it was. Yep, it was. Do you mean like Is it like a question as in like previous day was bearish, like shouldn't you be selling kind of thing, man? I'm not really too sure what that question is. I mean, previous day was bearish, but remember, like I was saying on the London stream yesterday, we were bearish right into massive support, and that's why I said to you guys in London, don't FOMO in down here, because at any point this can wick back above. That's why there was some nice longs into New York session on gold, because you were back down in some major support. So although the daily did close bearish, that's true, but it did also leave a 1,400 tick wick rejection. So what I was saying to the guys in Asia today is you can be much more neutral on this day. You're not only looking for sells. Why? Because you had that huge wick rejection to the downside. So coming onto the charts on Thursday, I was saying to guys, on Thursday, I'm only selling gold. I will only sell gold coming into the charts on this day. But once you leave that nice wick rejection, you start to get back above. Cool. Coming on charts on this day, you can be much more neutral. Yes, yeah. Let's see here on Goldie. What are we up to? Crazy price action. Yeah, straight dominant. Yeah, that's the thing. That's why, I didn't want to FOMO into this this short here. We took the nice short in London yesterday. We took some great shorts in London. But coming into New York, I was actually looking for longs on gold, because I was bearish on gold until we got here. Once we get here, I'm no longer bearish. That's where you can potentially start flipping the bias. Yeah, you can, Ben. Definitely, you can. Don't if you've got reason to do so, you can. Don't have to overthink it, man. The reason I'm not is because we're sat here watching it together, so I have to refine my entries more. But if you see the hourly fake out, you just want to take it. Yep, you can do that, man. Definitely take it. See how the hourly candle closes. Absolutely, you can do that. Definitely. Do you ever chart on XOUSD and not GC? Yes, I have both up, man. Yeah, I have both up. Obviously we're trading the futures here, but I look at both. I have the spot chart up right next to me now as well. I watch both. The gold is just an insane pullback on gold, guys. You don't see this very often. Very rarely do you see gold sell off like this and just a complete recovery with like no liquidity grabs. You see this very rarely on gold. When was the last time we saw something like this? Here, you correct up, you pull back, grab lows, and then you break higher. You pull back, grab lows, then you break higher. You sell off, correct? Very rarely do you see gold sell off this much and just straight recovery. Look at that. Look at that. Thoughts on the Russell? Let's have a look. I haven't looked at the Russell in a while. Let's have a look. Let me see. Let's have a look. Daily time frame on the Russell. Clearly very nice support. I haven't looked at the Russell in a long time, but you got huge support here in the Russell. You also have some big resistance up here. You're kind of right in the middle right now. Nice thing about the Russell is you did tag lows yesterday and close bullish. So I'll be looking for potential buys up into previous daily highs. With that being said though, look at this daily time frame right now. You are at resistance. So you got resistance right here around 25.30-ish. And then you have some nice support. I should kind of put it like here. And you got nice support around 24.90. So if we drop down to the lower time frame right now, what do we kind of see here? If it's anything like gold, which again I have never really look at that gold just squeezing high here, guys. This is crazy. What I would if this was gold, again same as NQ, you came down, closed bearish, closed straight back above. So you may get people trying to short the Russell, and if it's anything like gold, it loves to come up and tag highs. If this was gold, I'd be looking for price to do something like this. So therefore, I would be actually looking for longs. You may get some longs on the Russell back up into 25.40. 25.40. Didn't get any more size. Yeah, this is just gold just creeping higher. I won't be trading gold here. If gold keeps pushing like this, guys, I won't trade gold for London. It's very difficult to want to chase this. Well, it's not very difficult. I will not chase this. Yeah, back to all-time highs. Yeah, this is crazy. Just come from selling off. And this is, maybe you sometimes see this in New York, but not London. Not London do you see gold down 600 ticks and then right back up another 630. Like, that's crazy. And you guys who have traded London long enough know that you very, very rarely see something like that. So more times than not, you know, don't think about what has worked today. You try and chase this. More times than not, you're going to get manipulated and stopped down, squeezed out. But we're coming right back for them Asia highs. So above these Asia highs, maybe not London, more so probably New York, you may get some selling. You may get some selling. Like I said, it would have been great to have bought this on gold up into these highs. But when you open and just rip, yeah, it's not my chase. Nice, Sean, nice. Still an XV, nice. Amazing, man, amazing. ES, let's have a look. Let's have a look. We got time, we got time. Remember, guys, don't you know, don't trade off hindsight. You know, don't trade about what. Don't think about what would have happened here today. Think about what happens over a long period of time. Does gold ever just rip up like this in London with no pullback or no liquidity risks without the outer candle closure? No. So therefore, who cares? There's no reason to get FOMO. Let's see. Yeah, ES is very similar to NQ. I actually think it's looking great for longs. I think it's looking really nice for longs. You have this nice daily morning star shaping up. Here you came down yesterday, you hit a lot of support, had that nice wick rejection. So same as NQ, I would be looking for price to come up and tag previous daily highs. Now, I would be watching both. That's the thing with look at this gold still going here, guys. This is crazy. If you're looking to buy ES into previous daily highs, also be watching NQ previous daily highs because they don't both have to be grabbed. But I would be looking for longs on ES to come back up and retest like 6,700. I think you'd have a lot of people trying to short this rejection right now. So the more sellers you bring in, the more likely you are to see this squeeze higher. Again, this is our great fake out play. And this is looking nice. The reason this is looking nicer than gold for a fake out trade is because you're buying right at the spot. You can manage risk a lot better and there's a much nicer risk to reward. Whereas gold, the hourly fake out risk to reward was very poor. Very, very poor. Whereas the ES risk to reward and NQ risk to reward for a fake out play is actually much nicer. How much is this hourly flip? Look at that. 250-ish ticks in 20 minutes. Look at that. Where are we? From the flip of that hourly up into the high, 250 ticks. Yeah, crazy, crazy, crazy. Crazy. So yeah, ES, same as NQ. I like longs on them today. I like longs. Long on crude after a 15-minute fake above a trend line. Nice, that sounds good. Making head and shoulders. Value area low. Can you analyze? Yeah, of course, man. Let's have a look. Gold's just gold's just ripping. So I have to leave gold for now. There's a high chance you'll rip them Asia highs. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Quick look at the daily. How are we closing here on crude? Again, we're stuck in this very messy range. You did come up yesterday, wicked highs, closed bearish, but you're also, you know, finding support at like 93 as well. So you got support at 93. Let's do this. Let's mark this on here. Crude support at 93. Let's make this 50%. And where do we have? Where's our resistance? Sitting around, you could say like around 96. Looks pretty nice. 4-hour time frame. Making head and shoulders on very is pretty choppy in here, but you did just came down, tag lows and close bullish. I guess you could be looking to target, just play the range. Maybe you're looking to target the highs of this range. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Like this. Back up into like 95s. Looks kind of nice. I like that. I like that. You took it on a 15. Oh, look at this. Nice. I don't trade the 15 much, but that's a very nice morning star play. Look at that. Great morning star play. That's what I wanted to see to be able to buy gold. A morning star at support. I want to buy gold at support. Whereas here I'm buying gold for way too high resistance. So if we had something like this on gold, absolutely. You know, you're looking for something like this. come up and tag the highs range. Like, that's a good setup. Like, that's a much nicer setup than trying to chase here. That's what we want to see. So yeah, nice analysis there, man. I like that trade. I would be skeptical that you can just range, because if you look at this range from highs to lows, the lows being around 92.10 and the highs being around, call it just 95, you are right back in the middle right now. So there's a potential that you see crude, maybe you come up, tag the highs of the range, and then you come down for the lows. Could we look for a sweep of the high and a 15 close back in the range for a sell on gold? Personally, I wouldn't. I think because you've had this much movement here on gold in London, which you don't see very often. We just had gold selling off 760 ticks, and then we have gold right back above another 700 ticks. Like, over 1,500 ticks worth of movement here in London. So would I want to look for a 15 sell right above these highs? No. Well, why not? Well, because you've just pushed up, 650 plus ticks. Like, you have to accept that if there was no entries, the markets are just going to keep moving up hundreds and hundreds of ticks. They're not going to rip down hundreds of ticks. The markets are very likely in a range. So I think if we want to look for a sell on gold, I mean, we just had this massive hourly fake out. So the only way we're going to look for a sell on gold is an hourly confirmation. Maybe an hourly evening star above these highs, then we can potentially short. But would I want to sell a 15 on gold right now? No. No. Even if we liquidate these highs now, I wouldn't be looking for a short. You need that's the tough thing on gold right now, because you have had so much movement here. You would very likely create a big range above here. Before then, maybe you do something like this. You tag the highs, then you kind of create a range, and then maybe you come up one more time, and then maybe there's the opportunity to get short. But no, not right now. Not right now. Even if you tag the highs, the 15 closure back below, like a 15 closure back below when you have the past hour to 2 hours ripping up over 700 plus ticks is trying to chase something. I'm not a huge fan of trading the 15-minute personally, and I certainly wouldn't look for a 15 sell with the markets on the high time frame are pushing up. So I do like potential sells on gold today, but if I'm gonna short gold, yeah, I'd have to see like an hourly evening star play, for example, because I wouldn't want to trade against these last 2 hours. If anything, I wanted to buy this ATM, which is no entry. Yeah. Not only am I not a fan of trading the 15-minute, I'm strongly against it. Yeah, I am pretty against trading the 15. I don't like the 15-minute at all. If I want to trade a lower time frame, I'll just trade the 5. I am not a fan of trading the 15. Where's the worst on gold? Yeah, it's the worst. Yeah, 15's just so unreliable on gold. So much range and noise and manipulation before you look at the high time frame. You just go, oh, it's just so simple. Taking like a hourly morning star play, for example. I don't like the 15 at all. It's the one time frame I could happily just never look at, and I would be very happy with that. I've had great trades on the 15. I've also had really bad trades on the 15. So it was too hit and miss. The 15 was just talking me out of way too many positions. Look at this for a recovery here on gold, guys. Not a lot we can do here, unfortunately. Just have to accept it and leave it. There's not a lot I can do. Not going to short, also not going to buy. You kind of just have to let go and do its thing, is what it is. Part of the business, part of the fun. Part of the fun. You've got 2 options right now on gold. You either FOMO in, or you start revenge trading. Oh, you got 3 options actually. We've got 3 options. You either FOMO in, you start revenge trading shorts, or you just accept it and wait. Well, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to accept it and wait. Because there is no high probability setups here right now. Even this one here for me. So you could have taken it, but to me this isn't a high probability setup that I would take time and time again. So therefore there's no reason to get FOMO. No reason to get FOMO. Tom with another payout due. That's crazy. 8 payouts of the year. Out for 250 ticks. Huge, man. Huge. Is that what it is on that hourly flip? That's crazy, man. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Nice execution. 300 ticks, yeah. 250 ticks. Massive. You're creating some liquidity above this high now, so you're very likely to see gold manipulate this high. Wow, look at that on oil. Nice call there on oil. NQ still squeezing lower. Again, I still would look to buy NQ. The more you respect this trend line, like we did yesterday. So look at this. The more you respect the trend line, the more likely you are to rip it. See, now gold's having a bit. If gold now has a bit of a pullback after creating that double top, then fantastic. Then you know you have opportunity. Because you're now creating a double top. So what does that bring in? More people probably trying to short this right now. Where do they risk off? Right above the high. So what do we know gold loves to do? Loves to come up and tag the highs. So if this next 30 minute now opens and pulls back, then maybe you have an opportunity to buy gold. You'd have to get a decent pullback though. A very decent pullback. This is the first sign of a 5 minute liquidity grab that we have for this whole entire push up. Look at this whole entire push up, how you just didn't grab any lows. At any point you can wick all the way right back down. Let me see here. Yeah, literally, Sean. Yeah, good exit there, man. Great exit. You can easily come all the way right back down here on gold. This is such a clean move up that you can easily retrace all of it. That's why I'm not going to get any FOMO here. But if we maybe pull back, let's say into these lows here, maybe that's a potential buy. Maybe this is now what we want to see. You still have like 230 plus ticks into the highs. You now have that 30-minute closure above, instant 30-minute bottom wick. Where's our 30-minute support? Right here. So if we wick back down to here, then maybe there's a potential buy. Yeah, good exit there, Sean. That's why it's good to not hold right into the highest point of the range. You know, you're that close to it. Just take your profit. Nice there. What was your exit there, Sean? Where did you get out, man? What figure was the exit? Look at this, right back down. See? You chase the longs. You're now down 200 ticks. 200 ticks is massive. 200 ticks is massive. You FOMO into that, you're down like $200, $300, $400 in minutes. In minutes. But this could be what we want to see to actually follow this move, maybe. Let's see. Look at that hourly wick rejection now. Gone from being so bullish, all of a sudden you chase it, you're right back down, FOMOing into a poor trade. Yeah, exactly, man. Didn't see the need to hold for an extra 20 ticks. Exactly. If you're trying to hold for an extra 20 ticks, you're risking whatever you were up, which is like 250 to squeeze out 20. It doesn't make any sense. So good exit there, man. Great exit. That's what I'll do with like a lot of my liquidity trades. Whenever I set my alerts, I always set it below the highs. Like, in this example, I'd be setting an alert like anywhere around this resistance. Just take it off there. You don't always have to hold full to the highs. Yeah, exactly, man. Yeah, exactly. Even if it hits now, I've come to realize it's not worth the stress. Yeah, exactly. It's not worth the stress and hoping that we grab the highs. You're that close to it, just lock in the profits. Look at this. Gold right back down, guys. This gold's moving crazy today, guys. Be careful. Be very, very careful. You've just been up 600 ticks to never tag the highs, straight back lower. And this is exactly why we do not FOMO into trades. For this exact reason. That's not how gold moves. You're down. Why don't you trade the 30-second chart? 5 minutes seems too crazy. Look, I'm not a scalper. I'm day trading here. I'm not scalping. It's just different different ways to trade. My favorite time frame to trade on gold is, to be honest, a 30-minute. Like, I'm holding gold for 30 minutes to an hour. Nothing wrong with trading the 30 seconds, but it's not for me. But I wouldn't say the 5 minutes slow. Gold in the past hours just moved up like 700 ticks. Like, that's not slow. That's huge. Like, that's massive. But it's like, well, why not trade the 1 second chart? 30 minutes too slow. 30 seconds too slow. It's just the way that I like to trade. Someone could trade the daily time frame. I could say, well, why don't you trade the 30-minute? 30-minute daily's too slow. It's just how they like to trade. My best trades on gold are 30-minute and hourly trades. So it's a hold for 30 minutes, sometimes an hour, sometimes hour and a half. Yeah, look at that. Again, this is why I don't FOMO in here, guys. You're straight back down here. Straight back down. Yeah, nice. Great close there, Sean. Great close, man. Great close. You just tagged previous 30-minute lows, so could you find support there? Maybe, but this is, like I said, guys, this is aggressive price action. I don't like this price action. That's the reason I'm not jumping anything here. I'm not getting FOMO. I'm following the plan. This is aggressive price action. This is why I say don't FOMO now. You try to chase it up here, guess what? You just locked yourself out, blown your profit for the day. Trying to take average trades. Closed my short on MGC yesterday for 2,333 ticks. That's absolutely insane, man. That's absolutely incredible. Nice 4.6k on the day. 2 micros. That's incredible, man. Longest trade I've ever held. And what's impressive with that, man, isn't the dollar amount. It's the fact that you were able to actually hold that trade for that amount of time. That's phenomenal, phenomenal, phenomenal. Give yourself a pat on the back, not for the dollar amount that you made there, man, but for the ability to actually be able to hold that trade. Incredible work, man. Incredible work. Plus 418 ticks on that trade. Nice. Hopefully you took some profit, man. Gold is moving crazy here, guys. Like I say, be careful. There's a reason I'm not jumping in these markets. I don't like this price action. It's easy to look back in hindsight and go, oh, why didn't you buy this? It was such a nice move. It's like, okay, well, in real time, over 100 plus trades, try and trade like that. Gold, that's not how gold moves. Yeah, push the stop loss to break even. Yeah, that's the thing. It's this thing. If you took this hourly flip here on gold, which is right here, you didn't take profit, you're right back down to break even. Look at that. Right back down to break even. Came up. And this is the reason I didn't FOMO into this trade, is because, you know, if I see an hourly bullish candle closure on gold, well, I don't really want the hour to open and just push up, because if the hour open and just pushes up, well, then that's what makes me think it's a liquidity grab to come lower. I want to see the hourly come down first, grab some lows so I can get a nice entry to then get in when I'm trying to scalp here. But if you did make money on this move, good job. Good job. Good job. Me personally, I'm flat on the day. You got that nice double top, which is still a double top on the currency chart as well. Let's have a look at silver. Silver not moving. Silver kind of looks nicer, to be honest. Look at this. Silver's still holding up pretty well. Silver's looking nicer to come up and tag these highs. Alright, there's no news today as well, guys, so not to say we can't trade, but it may. Oh, wait, where are we? This should be MGC. This is silver. Silver, yeah, silver does look nicer for longs. Goldie's still squeezing low here, guys. This hourly closes doji. It'll be tough to want to trade the 9 AM hour. Let's see. What did I miss? What did I miss? Everyone's the name's Damo. What did I miss? Not very trustworthy. Exactly, man. Just sit in your hands. Just wait. Let's wait. Oh, what did I miss, Bruno? What did I miss? Never seen a trader with some excuses not take a trade. Yeah, I guess. I mean, if you want to share his payouts for the year so far, we can do that. It's very easy to see traders who get lucky versus traders who actually trade consistently. It's not about making excuses. It's just funny. It's not about making excuses to not trade. It's about trading a plan. There's a difference between trading a plan that works and just trading because the markets are moving up and down, and that's where most people go wrong in trading. Yeah, it's strange, dude. Just because the markets are moving up and down all the time doesn't mean you always have to be in it. I literally just talked myself out of not taking a loss. So it's like, yeah, it's always one, Bruno. There's always one. I can guarantee you, the person talking like that, I will put a lot of money on the line that someone like that and Jason isn't taking consistent payouts. I will put a lot of money on the line for it. I'll put a lot of money on the line that Jason can't come on and show you something like this. That's for sure. Just because I'm not jumping in a trade right now because I don't like the way the markets are moving. Gold could move 5,000 ticks right now. Gold could move 10,000 ticks right now. Who cares? I'm not here to be in every single market move. I'm here to trade my plan. We should have left him in, Bruno. We should have kept him in. So unless Jason wants to come and be a guest and show his payouts for the year so far, we can do that, but I don't think so. I don't think so. Always talking negative. Yeah, it's talking negative. Yeah. Why am I scared? Yes. Stop being scared. Just get in a trade, man. Just get in a trade. We want to be entertained. Do you want to be entertained or do you want to know how to trade consistently? I'm not here to be an entertainer. I'm here to trade my plan. Exactly, man. Exactly. Exactly. Like I showed you guys last week on my other Topstep account, my funded account on Topstep, where I've got a 76% win rate, and the balance is up over $12,000. Let me just show you guys something for a second. This is important. So, can we get him back in, Bruno? Is he back in? Can we keep him in? Can we get Jason back in for a second? Can we get him back? Okay, he's back. Nice. All right, Jason. We've got time here on gold. I can do it. Go do it. You have me on X. Go for it. But your ego says a lot. Your ego of thinking that you know better than someone else says a lot about your trading ability. So for me here, on this XFA, I have a 76% win rate with this account up over $12,000. So I don't need to take a trade to entertain. I trade my plan. I'm a trader, not an influencer. What, so because I trade for free here on Topstep, that means I'm not a trader? And what, none of this is real? So because someone makes trading content, that means that the money they make from trading what isn't real? Is that what we're saying here? Is that what we're saying? Can you go watch this? Look at this. This is just for the. No, I'm not. It's just for the purpose of. You can go watch this reel here where I've made. Yeah, you can't stream and trade. Where I've made over 112,000. It's actually more than that now this year so far. And in this short, I don't know why it's not playing. I break down every single profit, showing absolutely everything. So where are we going? So you can go and watch this, and if you can do this, Jason, then we can do this together. I don't have anything to prove. Just because I'm not taking a trade right now because I don't like the way the markets are moving, doesn't mean I'm an influencer, not a trader. You just if you want to trade these markets, go for it. Go for it. Not to teach your trading setup. Yeah, that's now you're just not even making sense. Now I just won't even have a conversation. You're not even making sense. Now it's just not worth it. I'm here to promote myself, not teach trading. What have we just spent the last hour and 15 minutes doing? Yeah, maybe. I think so. I'm with Jason. Yeah, I'm with Jason as well. Jason's got a point, actually. I'm with Jason. Shout out to Jason. Someone who is consistently making money doesn't feel the need to go on someone else's stream for free and say that they're better than someone else. So you just kind of speak for yourself. So look at this, guys. We have gold still pulling back here, guys. Again, the reason I'm not trading right now is because I don't like this price action. Look, 1 minute we're down, the next minute we're up, the next minute we're doji. I'm not a huge fan of this price action. Like I said to you guys, I don't feel the need to be jumping in a trade just because the markets are moving. You know, we're up and down. Yeah, that'll do, Bruno. That'll do. It's pointless. Just wanted to make a point. But the ego speaks for itself. The ego speaks for itself. That's true, Sean. There's nobody successful and happy in life who goes on stream or social media to leave negative comments. Exactly. There's plenty of traders out there that get way better payouts and bigger payouts than me, and I look at them and I go, wow, that's amazing. Would I ever go on them and talk badly? Of course not. Nice, and Andy, appreciate you, man. Yeah, I'm still with Jason. Yeah, shout out Jason. Shout out Jason on this nice Friday morning. So there is still potential for longs here, guys. All I want to see for these longs up into this double top is price to start to get back above, and then there's potential to buy gold up into this double top, especially if this 30 minute starts to flip back bullish. If this 30 tags these lows and breaks back above, then great, you have a nice range to play. And that's the thing, what I'm always saying to you guys, you know, we could wait an hour for a trade. It takes 5 minutes to change it, and then you make your money. Let me see, guys. Let me see. We're still squeezing now. I want to see this. I probably want to see a 15-minute closure back above to see if we can buy into this double top. As long as we hold below this 47.15 level, I won't buy. But if we do get back above, that's a pretty nice range to play. 200 ticks, 2 micros, you know, $460 trade. That's a pretty nice range to play. But if we keep squeezing lower, will I go back to my short bias on gold? I'll go back to my short bias on gold if we close maybe back below this support. It's kind of getting pretty choppy in here. I don't really want to get chopped up in here in the higher time frame. Exactly, man. Exactly. Yeah, 100%, man. I said don't FOMO in this high. Jason bought this high and we're right back down. I said don't buy that high. It's not my fault Jason bought that high. I said don't buy that high. I actually saved myself. I saved us losing money here this morning. I said let's not buy here. Jason bought up here and now it's my fault. Even though I said don't buy up here. No, I'm not taking a trade yet. I've also not FOMO'd into this move. I'm also not losing money. It's like, what, you'd rather I lose money? Yeah, no, it never ends well, Sean. It never ends well. There's just never any valid points. Just because I'm not jumping in a trade right now, because I don't see my plan shaping up, doesn't mean I'm not a trader. I just know when to trade. I know when to not trade. There's a reason I'm trading this XFA with a 76% win rate. All right, YouTube guys, I guess that will be the entertainment for the day. I'm not a fan of the way the markets are moving here. We have created a nice double top here on gold, which could give some nice longs. But you guys know the way I trade. I'm basing this off higher time frame candle closures, and we're selling off, we're up, we're down. I do believe gold could range here. But I like price to come up and grab the double top before selling off. Gold's in a tough position now because, you know, the daily is overall bearish. Intraday's pushing up. And we're kind of just stuck in this range. So for me personally, guys, you know, it's like I could trade in this range, or I could just give back the great gains that I made yesterday and the day before that. So for me personally, I'm not a huge fan of trading this range, guys. We'll stick to the plan, even that Jason broke it, and then we'll come back right again next week, guys. So don't FOMO in here. The markets are ranging. It's Friday. It's been a great week, the markets, and we'll do it all again next week. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. Everyone except Jason. Have a good weekend, guys. I'll see you all next week. Talk soon, guys. Bye-bye.